we see today. I'm Gary Libator. Also ahead this morning, disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein found guilty of more charges against him. We'll tell you how much more time he could face behind bars. But first, the snow. Will we see any more? For a check of your Storm Tracker 2 forecast, let's head over to the Weather Center, where meteorologist Hannah Evans is joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Gary. So today we will remain dry. Also for tomorrow we will be dry as well. So not really any snow in the forecast. Our next chance of some precipitation looks to be a mix on Thursday, and then it turns into rain.
Boy, when it came down yesterday, it came down pretty good.
Yes, especially later in the day. I was out running errands and stuff. It was really coming down. The roads were a bit slick. But this morning, I would give myself a little bit extra time to maybe scrape off the car. If you didn't go anywhere last night, there's probably some snow on the car windshield, and then it did ice over as we fell into the teens last night. So I would definitely either use the car starter for the defroster or grab the ice scraper and the brush to clean that up this morning. But we are going to be dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There are still some slippery conditions on some roadways this morning as I was driving in, so keep that in mind and maybe give yourself a little extra time to get anywhere, but it is going to remain dry today. We are starting out in the 20s, and we will remain just in the upper 20s for the high temperature. 22 degrees in Inlet, 21 degrees in Richfield Springs, and 26 degrees in Whitesboro to start this morning. So for the rest of the day, expect dry conditions, cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about our next chance of seeing some precipitation coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Heavy feet of snow fell since Monday night, burying cars, and in some spots, the snowbanks were as tall as people and even approached the windowsills of many Main Street storefronts. The heavy snow bands also caused whiteout conditions, causing several accidents. And accidents weren't confined to Boonville, though. Check this out right here. During the heavy snow here down in the Mohawk Valley, a tractor-trailer lost control along Route 49 in Marcy during the evening commute and blocked both lanes. Route 49 is back open this morning after being shut down for hours. Traffic had to be rerouted as police closed down 49 between Kavanaugh Road and Route 291. Police say slippery roads are likely to blame. State fire investigators.
Welcome back. As you are heading out the door this morning, I would definitely just be careful for any snowy areas. Any areas that went untreated still saw some snow this morning, especially on sidewalks and in driveways, even on some roads. By the afternoon and tonight, it could turn a little bit icy if it does go untreated. So just be careful that there may be some slippery conditions. This morning, I would be extra careful when driving, maybe give myself a little bit extra time. As I was driving in, some of the roads were still a bit slippery and some were a little bit snow covered. And going outside, there was frost and a little bit of an icy layer on top of the snow on my car windshield. So keep that in mind as you are heading out the door this morning. I would definitely allow myself a little bit extra time for that. Now, we will be dry today and tomorrow with our next weather maker coming in on Thursday. So as you can see, later in the day on Thursday, it does look like we are going to start seeing some mixed precipitation. It does turn into all rain overnight into Friday, and for the morning on Friday, it will be rain. As the cold front approaches in the later afternoon, this is 4 p.m., the temperature drops from around 50 degrees to the teens very, very quickly. Then this will bring in a round of snow before coming to an end. So we are keeping an eye out on this for Thursday and Friday, and we'll keep you updated. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The future of Twitter.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies this morning, but we are going to remain dry today. Let's take a look now at our CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are seeing cloudy skies to start. It is a bit icy, and there are still some areas that have snow on the roads. Just be careful of that when driving. It may be a little bit slippery, but otherwise we are going to be dry for today and for tomorrow. Heading out the door this morning, I would definitely grab the ice scraper and brush, or maybe use the car defroster, as we are seeing either a layer of ice and some snow on top of the car windshields. It also is pretty chilly, so I would grab the coat. Snow on the ground, so definitely the snow boots, and maybe a little bit extra time to get where you're going today, just due to that frost that's on the cars, as well as some slippery conditions still on some roadways. But at this point, we are all dried out. Here's our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, tracking dry conditions for this morning and and we will remain dry today and tomorrow thanks to an area of high pressure moving in. We are just going to be on the cooler side. Highs today will just be in the upper 20s. This morning we are starting out already in the mid-20s, 26 degrees in Dowdesville, Utica, and in Whitesboro, 27 degrees in Little Falls and Westmoreland. And looking to the south, we have 26 degrees in Cooperstown and 25 degrees in Sherburne this morning. Tomorrow we will get a little bit warmer. We actually will reach above freezing, and the same thing goes for Thursday. Now a warm front looks to come in for Thursday into Friday. That allows for a temperature to reach near 50 degrees on Friday, and we are going to be seeing rain. Then a cold front moves through later in the day on Friday, and that drastically drops our temperature. We can see here later in the day on Friday, we will drop from 50 degrees back into the teens. It will be a big drop, and once that happens, that rain will quickly switch over to some snow. So we are keeping an eye on this system. It looks to start later in the day on Thursday as mixed precipitation. Then it turns into rain Thursday night into Friday. Then that will also bring strong winds because it is going to be a cold front, a very strong cold front. And once that cold front moves through, it turns much cooler on the backside, and it will remain much cooler for the holiday weekend with some snow kind of finishing it out later in the day on Friday before we dry out on Christmas Eve. So for today, though, we are going to be dry. We will reach the upper 20s for the high temperature, remaining mostly cloudy, though, with a little bit of a breeze. As for the overnight, we will drop into the teens, remaining mostly cloudy. So we will start out tomorrow morning in the teens, and around noon, we will reach right near 30 degrees. So it actually will warm up a little bit more tomorrow with some sun. As for today, though, we will remain mostly cloudy with a little bit of a breeze, highs in the upper 20s, and dropping into the teens tonight with cloudy skies. So tomorrow we will remain dry as well, a little bit warmer, and it really gets warmer for Thursday and Friday. Thursday starts out as mixed precipitation, then some rain into Friday, and then once that cold front moves through, our temperature drops from around 50 degrees to around 20 degrees, and that changes it to snow very quickly, Gary.
Ooh, a very chilly Christmas coming up.
Yes, so after that cold front moves through on Friday, we'll be just in the teens and around 20 degrees for the high temperature, both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah, midnight mass is going to be chilly.
I know.
Bundle up.
Bundle up, yes.
Hannah, thank you. Well, the time now is 5:23. Cat love
yeah,
himself
that looks like
over there.
Nala.
A lot to get to, but we do want to start off over in the Weather Center with our cat-loving Hannah Evans. And Hannah, how are those cats going to fare today?
So today it's going to be chilly, but we're not going to be seeing any snow. We will be dry with cloudy skies. Just high temperatures will just be in the upper 20s.
Yeah, I was loving it when that snow was coming down. Yes, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it looks pretty, but it did cause for slippery conditions, especially for the evening commute.
That's for sure.
So this morning, I would definitely give myself a little bit extra time maybe to get outside and to either defrost the car using the car starter or use the ice scraper and brush, because we did see snow last night, and in any areas that did go untreated on those car windshields iced over a little bit. So just keep that in mind as you are heading out the door. But we are dry at this point. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and we will remain dry for today and tomorrow. It is just going to be cloudy today, and it will remain on the cooler side. Temperatures right now, we have 21 degrees in Inlet, 23 degrees in Earlville, and 25 degrees in Whitesboro. So for the rest of today, expect cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze, highs in the upper 20s, and then we'll be talking about our next chance of seeing precipitation this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Well, as we told you yesterday,
Welcome back. Right now, we are measuring 27 degrees at the Rivers Park Airport in Rome, but it does feel just a little bit cooler, around 5 degrees cooler, because it is a little bit breezy outside. It will remain a little bit breezy today, and we will see high temperatures right around this. High temperatures are just going to be right near 30 degrees for today. So once again, we are going to be seeing cloudy skies for the day, and it also will remain mostly cloudy for tomorrow, with a few breaks possible today and a little bit more of a few breaks possible tomorrow. Now, our next chance for seeing some precipitation looks to be later in the day on Friday due to a low pressure system approaching us, so we'll be cloudy then, and it will remain cloudy on Saturday or on Friday. With this thing coming in, it is going to produce a wintry mix at first, then rain for the overnight hours Thursday into Friday morning, and then once the cold front moves through, it turns into snow on the back end on Friday. So we will keep you updated on that. But even as for this morning, just be careful when driving. We are still seeing some snow on the roadways. When I was driving in morning. It was a little bit slippery, and there may be some icy spots later this afternoon, but then we should be dry for tonight and tomorrow, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The owners of a restaurant on Varick Street in Utica.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to be seeing cloudy skies for today, but we are all dried out from that lake effect snow yesterday. It is going to remain a little bit cooler with high temperatures just in the upper 20s. So let's take a look now at the Cavity Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. I would just be careful when driving this morning because some areas, roadways still have a little bit of snow on them, a little bit icy, a little bit slippery. So just be careful of that to make sure to take it slow. So as you're heading out the door, I would definitely give myself extra time to drive to where I'm going or to get the frost and snow off the car windshield. Definitely grab the ice scraper and brush. And it is chilly. Coat, snow boots probably needed as well. We are dry though this morning. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few flurries here and there, but we are going to remain dry today and tomorrow thanks to an area of high pressure moving in. Temperatures this morning are in the 20s. We have 26 degrees in Dowdesville and Utica, 25 degrees in Whitesboro, and looking to the south, 26 degrees in Cooperstown, 25 degrees in Hamilton and in Sherburne. We will reach right near 30 degrees today, and we will warm up actually a little bit more tomorrow to above freezing, and same thing goes for Thursday. Now on Thursday, our next low pressure system approaches us. That brings in a wintry mix to start. Then it really warms up due to a warm front, so that changes over to rain overnight and for the morning on Friday. So on Friday, we will be seeing high temperatures right near 50 degrees in the morning. Then a cold front moves through later in the day, I would say afternoon on Friday, and that drastically drops our temperature. We can see here it drops from 50 to around 20 degrees for Friday night after that cold front moves through. So on the back end of that system, snow is possible. We will keep you updated on that, but at this point, it looks like we are going to be seeing a wintry mix to start Thursday, rain Thursday night and Friday. Very strong winds are also possible due to this strong cold front that is moving through, and once it moves through, much cooler weather on the back end. That possibly creates some snow, but we will be dry, it is looking like, for Christmas Eve and Christmas. But today we will remain dry as well. Cloudy skies with high temperatures in the upper 20s. And tonight will remain mostly cloudy as well with the low in the teens. So we will start out tomorrow morning a little bit chilly with temperatures in the teens. Then we will actually warm up quite a bit tomorrow. High temperatures are going to be in the lower to mid 30s above freezing with actually some sunshine coming in the afternoon. So for today, expect cloudy skies but dry conditions, a little bit of a breeze. And for tonight, it will remain cloudy overnight as lows fall into the teens. Some sunshine can be expected tomorrow, a little bit warmer, with that next system moving in Thursday afternoon. It starts out as a wintry mix and some rain into Friday. Then it really cools down on the back end, creating some snow for Friday night. But then we clear out for Christmas weekend, Gary.
And these numbers, they just seem to get lower and lower over the weekend, 9 and 8 degrees overnight.
Yes, so once that cold front moves through on Friday, it really drops our temperature. We're going to be very, very cold for Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Yeah, bundle up.
Bundle up.
Hannah, thank you. Well, if you are just waking up, we have the day's top headlines. You need us. I'm Gary Libitor. Also ahead this morning, disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein found guilty of even more charges against him. We'll tell you how much more time he faces behind bars. But first, the snow. Will we see more? Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center. And the answer to that?
Not right now, no. So we'll be dry for today and tomorrow. It's just going to be cloudy, a little bit on the cooler side, but we're dried out from the snow for now.
We got enough yesterday.
Yes, we did get enough. So this morning, I would definitely just give myself a little extra time to maybe go out and defrost the car. Any areas that did go untreated, like car windshields, have some snow on it that iced over because we did fall into the teens last night. So give yourself extra time for that, as well as driving on roadways. Some areas are still a little bit slippery, but we are dry at this point. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just a few snow flurries are possible. We will be seeing cloudy skies today, and same thing goes for tomorrow. But we will remain on the cooler side today. At this point, we are just in the low to mid 20s. We will see high temperatures just in the upper 20s. We have 23 degrees in Earlville and 25 degrees in Whitesboro. So for today, expect cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze with highs in the upper 20s. I will be talking a little bit more about some precipitation for the end of this week week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Heavy lake effect snow hammered Boonville yesterday. More than 2 feet had fallen since Monday night, burying cars, and in some spots, well, the snow banks were almost as high as the windowsills on Main Street. The heavy snow bands also caused whiteout conditions, causing several accidents. And accidents weren't confined to Boonville, though. During the heavy snow here in the Mohawk Valley, a tractor-trailer lost control along Route 49 in Marcy during last night's evening commute. Route 49 is back open this morning after being shut down for hours. Traffic had to be rerouted as police closed down 49 between Kavanaugh Road and Route 291. Police say slippery roads are likely to blame. State fire investigators are zeroing in.
Welcome back. If you are going to be walking outside this morning on any sidewalks or driveways or anything like that, just be careful because some areas are still a little bit snowy and maybe even icy at this point. But any areas that do go untreated today will become icy later, and it will become icy tonight as we do remain below freezing for today and tonight. So this morning, I would just be careful. When I was driving in, there were still slippery conditions on the roads as there was still some untreated surfaces with some snow, and heading out the door, there was ice and snow on my car windshield. So make sure you give yourself a little extra time to defrost that or to scrape that off with a scraper and brush. So we are going to be dry today and tomorrow, but looking ahead to our next weather maker, this is going to be later in the day on Thursday. It looks like it starts out as mixed precipitation. Then the warm front moves in, and that allows for warmer temperatures, and that will allow for rain heading Thursday night into Friday. So for the morning on Friday, we are going to be seeing rain. Then the afternoon, a cold front moves through and a flash freeze looks to occur because that cold front will drop our temperature from near 50 degrees to just near 20 degrees. So that is what is occurring on Friday. We will keep you updated on that, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The future of Twitter is...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to be dry for today after that lake effect snow yesterday, but we are going to continue to see cloudy skies. Let's take a look now at the CAVI tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Cloudy skies to start, and there are still some slippery conditions on some roads, so just be careful when driving around this morning. Maybe give yourself a little bit extra time to head out the door because there also is some frost and snow on the car windshields that probably need to be cleaned off, so the ice scraper and brush. And it is pretty chilly, a coat and your snow boots, because we are still seeing some snow from lake effect snow yesterday on the ground. But we are dry at this point. This is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is all thanks to an area of high pressure that will be moving in. We will be dry for both today and tomorrow. According to our sky watchers, we are waking up this morning mainly in the 20s, 26 degrees in Clinton and Westdale, 25 degrees in New Hartford, and looking to the south, 26 degrees in Cooperstown and 23 degrees in Evanston. We will reach right near 30 degrees today, so we will remain on the cooler side, but we actually will start to warm up. So tomorrow we will be above freezing, and same thing goes for Thursday. Thursday is when our next weather maker approaches. So later in the day on Thursday, it looks like it is going to start out as a wintry mix. Then it will turn into all rain overnight Thursday into Friday morning because highs on Friday are going to be right near 50. Then a cold front moves through. It's a very strong cold front, and that will kind of really drop the temperature to just around 20 degrees. That will bring a flash freeze and snow on the back end of the system Friday night. So we are keeping a close eye on it, but it does look like we are going to be seeing rain Thursday night, rain early Friday, and then snow later in the day on Friday as that cold front moves through. Also very strong winds associated with this. And after that cold front moves through on Friday, much cooler for the holiday weekend with high temperatures just in the teens for Christmas Eve and even on Christmas. But for today, we will reach the upper 20s. We will remain mostly cloudy throughout the day. A few peaks of sunshine are possible, but clouds are going to persist as we head into overnight. Lows are going to fall into the teens, so we will start out tomorrow pretty chilly, but we will be seeing a few peaks of sunshine tomorrow, and we will warm up a little bit more with highs a little bit above freezing. So for today, expect high temperatures to remain below freezing, a little bit breezy with cloudy skies, and it will remain cloudy overnight with a low in the teens. So tomorrow will remain dry as well, seeing a little bit more sunshine, a little bit warmer. Our next weather maker looks to come in on Thursday afternoon. It looks to start out as a wintry mix, then come in as rain. Rain persists for the morning on Friday. Then once that cold front moves through, it gets very windy. Flash freeze will occur and snow will occur on the back end. And that leaves us with very low temperatures for the holiday weekend, Gary.
Single digits.
Yes, so overnight, Christmas Eve into Christmas, 9 degrees we have as the low.
Bundle up for that mass, right?
Yes, if you're going to midnight mass.
Hannah, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libator. A lot to get to, but we want to start this half hour with a check of your forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is here to help us all plan our Tuesday ahead, and things look a lot different today than yesterday.
Yes, so we are all dried out today and will remain dry tomorrow as well. I would just say some of the roads are a bit slippery this morning, and we are seeing some frost and ice outside as well.
Those crews did a nice job up on this hill getting us up there.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. But this morning, I would definitely give myself a little extra time to maybe go out and defrost the car, because any areas that went untreated with snow yesterday, especially on car windshields, definitely iced over. So maybe give yourself a little extra time heading out the door, as well as a little extra time to drive wherever you were going, because some roadways are still just a bit slippery because a lot of stuff did ice over last night. We are dry today, though. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few flurries to start, but we will be dry both today and tomorrow thanks to an area of high pressure moving in. It is just going to be on the cooler side today. We will just reach the upper 20s for the high. Right now, we have 19 degrees in Inlet, 25 degrees in Whitesboro, 27 degrees in Little Falls and Westmoreland. So for the rest of the day, we will be seeing cloudy skies, temperatures reaching the upper 20s, a little bit of a breeze as well, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about our next weather maker for the end of this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, as we told you yesterday, the January 6th committee
Welcome back. This morning we are measuring 26 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. It is feeling a little bit cooler though, because we are seeing a little bit of a breeze outside and we are seeing cloudy skies. Today we will continue to see cloudy skies throughout the day. A few breaks in the clouds are possible, especially this afternoon. And tomorrow partly sunny skies come in with a few more areas of sunshine. But our next weather maker comes in on Thursday. That brings in cloudy skies for both Thursday and Friday as it continues for around 24 hours starting Thursday afternoon into Friday afternoon. So we will keep you updated on that. But even heading out the door this morning, I would definitely just be careful. Some roads are still just a little bit slippery, a little bit of some snow on them. In the afternoon, there may be some icy spots, but everything should kind of start to be cleared out by tonight and tomorrow. Gary.
Some breaking financial news to tell you about now. The Bank of England has unveiled
Its most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking dry conditions to come in for today after lake effect snow yesterday, but we are going to be seeing cloudy skies. Let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Cloudy skies are expected today, and we do remain on the cooler side with highs just in the upper 20s, but the snow has all moved out, and we do look to remain dry both today and tomorrow. So heading out the door this morning, Nala can clearly see her two neighbors from across the street. Today it is Bomber and Precious. I would just be a little bit careful for some slippery conditions on the roadways. We also are seeing some frost outside as well, so maybe give yourself a little extra time to kind of defrost the car windshield or just scrape that off. For the evening commute though, everything should be dry with dry conditions, and we are going to remain dry tomorrow as well. So on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, there are just a few areas of snow flurries, nothing really to worry about, but thanks to an area of high pressure that will come in for today and tomorrow, we will be seeing dry conditions. According to our sky watchers, we are mostly in the 20s this morning, 25 degrees in New Hartford and 26 degrees in Clinton and Westdale. And looking to the south, we have 26 degrees in Cooperstown and 22 degrees in Milford. High temperatures today look to reach the upper 20s, and we actually warm up a little bit more tomorrow, above freezing, temperatures in the low 30s and even warmer on Thursday. Now on Thursday afternoon, that's our next chance for seeing unsettled weather. It looks to start out as a wintry mix as a low pressure system approaches us. Then a warm front moves through, that warms us up, and that will create rain Thursday night and for the morning on Friday. We will be seeing high temperatures near 50 degrees on Friday. Then once that cold front moves through after the warm front, a flash freeze will occur. We will drop from 50 degrees to just around 20 degrees for Friday afternoon, and that brings brings in some snow on the back end. So we will keep you updated on that. But as of right now, it looks like it is going to be rain Thursday night, rain Friday morning, then snow on the back end. Very strong winds are possible, along with a flash freeze is possible, and even after Friday, much cooler weather for Christmas Eve and Christmas, with high temperatures just near 20 for both of those days. But for today, we will reach the upper 20s. We will continue to see cloudy skies throughout the day, and tonight it will remain cloudy with an overnight low in the teens. So we will start out a little bit chilly tomorrow with temperatures in the teens to start. A few breaks in the clouds are possible, though, throughout the afternoon for some sunshine, and we will warm up to temperatures above freezing tomorrow. So for today, we will remain below freezing, a little bit of a breeze with cloudy skies, and we will remain cloudy overnight with lows falling into the teens. So for tomorrow, expect a few more peaks of sunshine, a little bit warmer as well. Then we have our next weather maker coming in Thursday later in the day. It is going to start out as a wintry mix, then some rain into Friday. Very warm on Friday before that cold front moves through. Then a flash freeze occurs and snow on the back end, very windy as well. And that will bring us much lower temperatures for the holiday weekend, Gary.
Definitely looks like tricky travel on Friday for folks heading out of town.
Yes, at this point, I probably won't go home on Friday. I'll probably wait till Saturday morning, but we'll keep you updated on that.
That's for sure. We're all anticipating when you're leaving.
Yes, we don't know yet.
Hannah, thank you. Well, the winners have been chosen for the Anita Stephen Swan Humane Society.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libitor. The big question on this Tuesday morning, will we see more snow? Let's kick things off today with a check of your Storm Tracker 2 forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center with the answer to that. How are we looking today?
So we are going to be dry today and tomorrow, so no more snow for today and tomorrow. We are just starting out this morning a little bit slippery on the roads, and there definitely is frost and snow on the car windshield.
Yeah, we got enough snow yesterday, I think.
Yes, we don't need any more today. So this morning, I would definitely give myself maybe a little bit extra time to go out to defrost the car or to scrape off, brush off the snow on the car windshield, because if you didn't go out last night, you definitely had some snow on the car windshield, and that froze over as we dropped into the teens. Also, the roadways are a bit slippery, so take your time. But we are dry at this point on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and we will be dry for today and tomorrow. It is just going to remain on the cooler side today. Right now, we are just in the 20s, 27 degrees in Little Falls in Westmoreland, and 25 degrees in Whitesboro. High temperatures only expected to reach the upper 20s. We will be a little bit breezy with cloudy skies. I will be talking a little bit more about some expected precipitation later this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Heavy Lake hammered Boonville yesterday. Check out all the snow they got up there. More than 2 feet in many parts, and the snow in some parts up to the windowsills on many Main Street storefronts there. The heavy snow bands also caused whiteout conditions at times and many accidents. And accidents weren't confined to Boonville, though. Check this out here. During the heavy snow down here in the Mohawk Valley, a tractor trailer lost control along Route 49 in Marcy during the evening commute, blocking both lanes. Route 49 is back open this morning after being shut down for hours. Traffic had to be rerouted as police closed down 49 between Kavanaugh Road and Route 291. Police say slippery roads are likely to blame for that tractor trailer going off the road. State fire investigators are
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to be dry today after lake effect snow yesterday, but we are going to see cloudy skies. Let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Cloudy skies will persist for the day, and we will remain on the cooler side with temperatures just reaching the upper 20s. And as you are heading out the door this morning, I may give myself a little bit extra time. Some roadways are still a bit slippery, and we also are seeing some frost and snow left over on the car windshields this morning, so maybe grab the ice scraper and brush. I would also grab my coat because it is chilly, and my snow boots because we did see snow yesterday, but today we will be dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Dry conditions persist for today and tomorrow thanks to an area of high pressure moving in. We are in the 20s this morning according to our sky watchers, 26 degrees in Clinton and Westdale, 19 degrees in Old Forge, and looking to the south we have 22 degrees in Milford and 23 degrees in Evanston. With high temperatures today expected to reach right near 30, we will remain below freezing, but we will warm up a little bit more for Wednesday and even Thursday. Our next weather maker looks to come in later in the day on Thursday. And at this point, it looks to start out as a wintry mix, then turn over to all rain as a warm front moves through. We are going to be very, very warm early on Friday, highs near 50 with that rain. But then once a cold front moves through, a flash freeze will occur, and that will cause snow on the back end of this system. And it will drop our temperature from 50 degrees to just around 20 degrees for much cooler weather for Christmas weekend. So rain mostly starts for Thursday and Friday, then it turns over to snow. It is going to be pretty windy with this cold front as well, and a flash freeze is going to occur, and it is going to be much, much colder weather for Christmas on Saturday and on Sunday. We will be seeing high temperatures just near 20. But for today, highs are going to be in the upper 20s. A few peaks of sunshine are possible, but otherwise it will be mostly cloudy, with mostly cloudy skies continuing overnight. Lows fall into the teens. Tomorrow we will start out very cold in the lower teens, but we will warm up pretty quickly with highs reaching above freezing with a few peaks of sunshine as well tomorrow afternoon. So for today, expect our high temperatures to stay below freezing. A little bit breezy with cloudy skies, and cloudy skies continue overnight with a low falling into the teens. So tomorrow will be a little bit warmer with a little bit more sunshine, and our next weather maker looks to move in Thursday afternoon. It starts out as mixed precipitation, then some rain Thursday night into Friday morning. Then the cold front moves through Friday afternoon. That brings in snow on the back end, and that also brings in a flash freeze. We can see our temperature here falls from around 50 on Friday to just 17 on Saturday for much cooler weather over the Christmas weekend.
Your forecast a lot different today than yesterday. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking quiet conditions today, a few snow flurries here and there, but overall we are going to be dry, and it is going to remain a little bit cooler. So let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, once again tracking dry conditions, but a few snow flurries are possible here and there. We are still on the cooler side according to our sky watchers, just 24 degrees in Forestport and Cassville, 29 degrees in Mohawk, with high temperatures today ranging just around 30 degrees. We will stay below freezing. So dry weather will remain for today and tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit cooler today, warming up a little bit more tomorrow. We will reach high temperatures above freezing. Then on Thursday, we will start to see some rain move in. And on Friday, we will be seeing heavy rain in the morning with a flash freeze occurring in the afternoon. And after that, it's going to be very, very cold for the holiday weekend with highs just near 20. We actually did issue a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for Friday, and it will be getting a little bit more into that coming up. But for the rest of today, we will be cloudy, dry with highs right near 30, a little bit of a breeze as well. And once again, I will talk a little bit more about that alert day coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. A preliminary 6-point.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking dry conditions today after heavy lake effect snow fell, especially to the north yesterday, but we are going to remain on the cooler side. So let's take a look now at the Cavity Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are seeing cloudy skies. It is going to remain dark today, and we are only going to be seeing high temperatures just below freezing, so it's not going to reach above freezing today. It will remain chilly. But Nala can clearly see her neighbors. We are not seeing any more snow. Just a few snow flurries are possible today. She is saying hi to Bomber and Precious. It is a little bit cool though, and if you are traveling at all, dry conditions persist for the rest of today. You shouldn't have any problem with the noon commute or the evening commute. Dry conditions once again on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is thanks to an area of high pressure that has moved in and will allow us to stay dry for both today and for tomorrow. We are actually going to be getting a little bit warmer tomorrow. We will reach above freezing and even warmer on Thursday. But on Thursday, that's when our next low pressure system approaches us. It will bring a wintry mix to start. Then widespread rain comes in for Thursday night and for Friday morning. Very, very warm on Friday. Highs near 50 in the morning. And then a cold front looks to move through. That will bring in a flash freeze, and after that flash freeze, temperatures will drop about 20 to 30 degrees, as you can see, from 50 to 20 degrees later in the day on Friday. And that brings in also a round of snow before clearing out for dry conditions for the holiday weekend, but it is going to be much, much cooler for the holiday weekend. So here's a look at what's going to be occurring. Later in the day on Thursday, it starts out as a mix and then turns into widespread rain as we warm up into early Friday morning. And then in the afternoon on Friday, we can see that cold front approach approaching. Right here, that is when the cold front approaches. That brings in a flash freeze that really drops our temperature, brings in some snow on the back end, but our main concern is going to be heavy rain that does freeze over in this event. So we have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day because of that. The heavy rain itself could cause some possible flooding, along with the heavy snow that we did just see the other day. We could be seeing flooding from any clogging of drains and stuff like that. It also is going to bring gusty winds with that cold front, and once again that flash freeze in the afternoon that could cause icy conditions for the rest of the day on Friday. But for today, we are going to be seeing cloudy skies continuing, highs just in the upper 20s, and tonight we will drop into the lower teens, getting very chilly overnight. Starting out tomorrow, pretty cold, temperatures in the low teens, and we will be seeing a few peaks of sunshine tomorrow as we warm up to highs just above freezing. So for the rest of today, it's not really going to warm up much more. It's a little bit breezy as well with cloudy skies, and it will remain cloudy overnight and get pretty chilly with lows in the teens. Some sun comes in tomorrow. We get a little bit warmer, and once again, rain looks to come in later in the day on Thursday into Friday morning. Then a flash freeze occurs on Friday afternoon. This is why we did issue a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to heavy rain, and then that could freeze over. We also are going to be much cooler for the holiday weekend.
Hannah, thank you. A holiday. Welcome back. We are starting off this half hour with the weather, and meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us with some beautiful video behind us from Boonville up yesterday. Look at all that snow. Holy cow.
Boonville got over 3 feet of snow yesterday. West Leyden even got, I think, 4.5 feet.
Oh my goodness.
So a lot of heavy lake effect snow up there.
And they don't make national news like Buffalo did, right?
I know. Buffalo had 7 feet, I think, 6 or 7.
Well, it's like more occurring up here.
It is more occurring up here, I would say. But today we are going to be dry, and we will remain dry tomorrow as well. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The only thing that we may see today are a few snow flurries here and there, but otherwise we are going to be dry, cloudy, and a little bit breezy. Temperatures will remain on the cooler side. Today's high temperatures will be right around 30 degrees. We have just 20 degrees right now in Old Forge from our sky watchers, 24 degrees in Forestport and in Cassville. So today we will be dry and cool. We will remain dry tomorrow as well, warming up a little bit more with our next chance of precipitation looking to be Thursday night into Friday. So we will see heavy rain at first, and a cold front moves through Friday afternoon. That brings in a flash freeze, so things can really ice over as temperatures drop almost 30 degrees on the back end of that cold front. We have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for Friday, so I will get a little bit more into that coming up. And even after that, it's going to be very cold this holiday weekend. So for today, expect dry conditions, clouds, a little bit of a breeze, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about that alert day coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The House January.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are all dried out today after seeing lake effect snow yesterday, and we are just going to be a little bit cooler and breezy. Let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are seeing dry conditions, cloudy skies. It is still a little bit chilly as temperatures are just in the upper 20s. So here's a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, dry conditions. If we do see anything at all today, it is just going to be a few snow flurries, and we also will remain dry for tomorrow as well. This is thanks to an area of high pressure that is now in our region. We are just going to reach the upper 20s today, and we actually warm up a little bit more tomorrow. Highs above freezing, and same thing for Thursday. Unsettled weather approaches us Thursday night. It starts out as rain and continues as rain into the morning on Friday. Very warm, highs near 50. Then the flash freeze will occur. That looks to occur Friday afternoon, and once that cold front moves through, all of a sudden our temperatures will drop from 50 degrees down to even 20 degrees. So all of a sudden that heavy rain could cause icy conditions on roadways along with snow on the back end of that cold front, and we are going to be much cooler for the holiday weekend. So here's a look at that on one of our models. We are starting out with a wintry mix, then it does turn into all rain for Thursday night into the morning on Friday. Then Friday afternoon we see this is the cold front that is going to be moving through. All of a sudden turns right to snow as temperatures drop about 30 degrees, and heavy rain that was falling on the roads, sidewalks, what have you, that could freeze. So it is going to be pretty chilly on the back end of this. So we have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to heavy rain falling at first, possibly causing some flooding even after all that snow we got yesterday. We also are going to be seeing very gusty winds and that flash freeze occurring in the afternoon that could cause for very very slippery road conditions. But looking ahead to today, we will remain dry, cloudy skies, highs just in the upper 20s, and we will remain cloudy tonight. It is going to get very cold with lows in the teens. Starting out tomorrow in the teens, but we will warm up pretty quickly, see some sunshine in the afternoon with highs above freezing. So for today, we will remain below freezing, seeing cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze, and it will remain cloudy tonight and get pretty chilly with lows falling into the teens. So cloudy or sunny and dry tomorrow with highs in the mid-30s. As we head into Thursday, we start to see that rain come in later in the day, and then that rain will continue for Friday. Then a flash freeze occurs Friday afternoon. That could freeze things over, so we have issued an alert day for that. And even into the holiday weekend, we will remain on the cooler side.
And poof, magic.
Here
From
I
the
am.
Weather Center, right over to us.
Here I am.
If you weren't with us the first half.
Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Calm, quiet day right now.
Yeah, and the weather's going to stay pretty quiet here for about the next 24 hours. But after that, things get very, very busy here as a large weather maker arrives in central New York. A live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, it's quiet. 28 degrees is the current temperature. We've already put Friday as a Storm Tracker 2 alert day here. Possibility of some heavy rainfall, gusty winds. But the thing that's most concerning here is a significant drop in the temperature and a very large and impactful flash freeze that takes place Friday afternoon. A very strong cold front arrives, and that's going to create temperatures going from above freezing to below freezing in a very short period of time. Could be very icy here Friday evening. So that is the primary concern. We'll continue to talk more about that here throughout the newscast. This evening, cloudy skies, temperatures in the 20s. Again, it's dry and it's quiet here. Looks like a lovely Wednesday. And again, then things start to change in a big way. We're tracking rain, wind, and again, that cold weather too. And that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. By the end of the week, the state legislature...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are continuing to track some pleasant, quiet weather here, at least for the short term. Live look at the CAVB Tower Cam as we overlook the city of Utica. Things are looking quiet. It is dry out there. A couple of flurries, very, very light flurries from the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. They're not being detected very well because they're happening in the low levels. We have some moisture that's trapped in the very lowest part of the atmosphere this evening. And again, really doesn't impact our weather too much. We'll get a chance to dry out heading into tomorrow. Our weather headlines, again, the short term is looking fine. Rain looks to return Thursday, and it becomes widespread and heavy Thursday night into Friday. We're tracking some wind and rain Friday morning. A significant drop in the temperature Friday afternoon will ice things up across the area. That's one of the biggest concerns about the change in weather locally, is this big change in temperature. We go from 40s to single digits as we head into Friday night. And again, that transition is likely to make things very, very slippery. And of course, it's cold here too as we head into the weekend, along with windy conditions. Temperatures this evening: Whitesboro 27, Little Falls 28, Dolgeville 26, Columbus 21, Cooperstown 26, Genevas with 21 degrees. And generally pleasant weather this evening if you are taking the dog out for a walk. Temperatures look to stay in the 20s. Tonight's featured dog is Molly from Forestport. You want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. This is brought to you by Staffworks. Clouds lingering around across central New York today, but as high pressure builds in, again, we do get a chance to clear out. It's cloudy tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the teens. We start out Wednesday morning with cloudy skies, but we should see some sunshine heading into Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 20s to low 30s. Again, just a pleasant day is expected. We drop down into the teens tomorrow night. And Thursday starts out dry with cloudy skies, but then some rain is expected to move in. This might start out as a wintry mix as we head into Thursday afternoon. I know our Skycast is pretty optimistic here. I think temperatures will be right around freezing here, so there might be some slippery spots Thursday evening. We'll keep an eye on that. As we warm up Thursday night, this all turns over to rain. In fact, as we look at rainfall amounts, looking ahead, we think that most areas pick up between 1 to 2 inches of rain between Thursday evening through Friday before that big drop in the temperature arrives. And that could cause some potting on roadways. We'll keep an eye on that. There'll also be some melting snow too. Mostly cloudy tonight, down to 17. Tomorrow, We're looking at decreasing clouds, temperatures in the low 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Then the winter solstice is tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in the next half hour. Thursday, some rain, 35. Again, lots of weather happening on Friday, and it's cold and breezy here as we head into Christmas. If you're traveling on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, things are looking pretty decent. But if you're trying to travel on Friday, it could be really, really tricky with that flash freeze.
All right, we're going to talk about maybe changing your travel plans coming up.
All right, thanks, Bill. Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshot, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. All right, so explain what a flash freeze is. I mean, it sounds simple, but there's a little bit more to it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of weather happening here as we head into the end of the week. We're going to get some rain and wind, but it's this flash freeze that we're most concerned about with this being several days out. This is when temperatures drop rapidly, when you have standing water that freezes on untreated surfaces. When this temperature drop happens sometime during the day Friday, it could be early Friday afternoon or later Friday afternoon. We're not sure on the timing with that just yet. This will likely create some very icy conditions, so something we'll be following. By the way, tomorrow is the winter solstice. It's the shortest amount of daylight for the whole year and the lowest sun angle. We get 8 hours and 59 minutes of daylight. Sunrise is 7:29, sunset is 4:28, and going forward, the days will very slowly get brighter. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Always quiet across the area. And as we get into this evening, the weather looks dry and cloudy. Temperatures will be in the upper 20s. A nice day tomorrow before the weather starts to turn. I'll have a look at your forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you on this third night.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Quiet weather continues. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Utica National Tower Cam overlooking Cooperstown, and a lovely scene here if you're heading out maybe to do some Christmas shopping or maybe go out to eat or run some errands. Things look fine. We're looking at dry conditions. An occasional flurry is possible. But again, most of tonight looks dry. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We've got some winds in our future. Tomorrow the winds are light, but on Thursday the winds pick up. On Friday we could see some strong winds, potentially 40 to 50 miles an hour. So if you have any Christmas decorations, you're going to want to tie them down or bring them inside before Friday. It looks very windy here to start the weekend. Lots of weather to get through here as we head into the weekend, and we'll take a closer look coming up. Temperatures this evening in the 20s, Alder Creek 24, Old Forge 17, Norway down with 25 degrees, across southern valleys. Looks like 21 degrees in Deb's backyard in Hartwick, and Mark and Milford checking in with 22 degrees. Big swings in the temperature ahead. Looking dry for Wednesday. Rain returns Thursday, 35, up to 49 on Friday. That high happens in the morning. We take this big plunge. It's going to get much colder here as we head into the weekend. Temperatures in the teens on Saturday and low 20s on Sunday. And it's that transition from warmer to colder weather that we see quite a bit of weather. One of the primary concerns here is a flash freeze. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Temperatures drop down into the teens. It's dry on Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Temperatures start out in the teens. We'll make it into the low 30s here Wednesday afternoon. Clouds give way to sunshine. It remains dry through Wednesday night. And Thursday, this is when things start to change. We're cloudy in the morning, and then some rain starts to break out as we head into Thursday afternoon. It might initially start out as a wintry mix, so some slippery roads are possible Thursday afternoon before this turns over to rain Thursday night. It rains throughout the day Friday before that cold weather gets in, before the cold air works in. It looks like a general 1 to 2 inches of rainfall here for Friday. So if you're one of those places that saw a lot of snow yesterday, it might be a good idea to clear off your roof before all this rain comes down, because it can make things quite heavy. For many of us that don't have that much snow on our roof, I think the warm weather will melt most of it. Mild, mostly cloudy tonight, down to 17 tomorrow. Looking at a generally nice day. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain arrives Thursday, 35 degrees. It is mild Thursday night, widespread rain, heavy rain as we head into the first part of Friday. Friday is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. Again, talking about rain, big drop in temperature along with wind. It's much colder here. We do dry out. If you're traveling Saturday and Sunday, the weather doesn't look a lot better locally, although it is cold, with highs on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in the upper teens to low 20s. So we'll be right back.
Past at 6, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
We're looking at pretty quiet weather here for the short term, but as we look ahead, there's a lot of weather to get through here as we head into the end of the week. Things looking quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. 27 degrees is our current temperature. We'll fall into the teens tonight. It's a dry and lovely day tomorrow, but then things start to change. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It looks like this is going to be a 3-day weather event as a large storm system arrives. Wind just being part of this. This is new from the National Weather Service, a high wind watch for northern Herkimer, Hamilton, and Lewis counties. It's not just wind, but also the possibility of heavy rain, and more concerning is a flash freeze. That takes place on Friday. We've made Friday a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. This is when we think the bulk of this weather will be taking place. Again, things look quiet this evening. Temperatures in the upper 20s. We are tracking the wind, the rain, and the cold to follow. Look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshot.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We continue to track some pretty quiet weather for the short term. But if you are traveling Friday and into the weekend, we do have a lot of weather to get through. Let's take a live look at our CAVB Tower Cam. It's quiet out there this evening and dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Here's what we're following. Friday, it starts out wet. Looking at some wind, some strong winds possible Friday, and widespread heavy rainfall in the morning. A very strong Arctic front arrives, and temperatures look to plunge as we head into Friday afternoon, going from 40s to teens in just a few hours here. That is a dramatic change in the temperature that will come with some consequences, with the flash freeze being the primary concern. That's when standing water on untreated surfaces becomes icy. And I think this will be more than just sidewalks and driveways. This also could be roads too. So that's the biggest concern as of this evening. It's also cold here as we head into Christmas. Temperatures in the 20s this evening. Alder Creek 24, Old Forge 17, across Southern Valleys. Mohawk 26, Eaton checking in with 25 degrees. Here's the change in temperature here over the next 5 days. We're in the 30s tomorrow and Thursday, but we're up to 49 on Friday. And again, that's the day where things change dramatically. That high happens in the morning time, and then it gets really cold here as we head into the weekend. We're in the teens Saturday and low 20s on Sunday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, we're cloudy tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the teens. We're seeing clouds first thing tomorrow morning, but we should see some sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Tomorrow, by the way, is the winter solstice, the shortest daylight of the year. Looking at sunshine as we head into the afternoon, though, temperatures climb into the upper 20s. Heading into tomorrow night, the weather looks dry. Thursday, we start out dry, but then some rain arrives. It may briefly start out as a wintry mix, so roadways could be slippery Thursday afternoon. We're going to keep a close eye on this. We're looking at temperatures right around freezing. A few degrees above freezing, it won't be a big deal, but if we're stuck in the low 30s, again, we could be talking about a brief period of some sleet freezing rain. This does turn over to all rain Thursday night as temperatures warm up. As we look ahead to rainfall Thursday night into Friday, it's looking to be a general 1 to 2 inches of accumulation, of accumulating rainfall. Pretty heavy rainfall. In addition to that, we'll have some melting snow, so there could be ponding on roadways. But again, all this standing water is likely to freeze heading into Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, down to 17. Tomorrow, we're looking at decreasing clouds. Again, a pleasant day if you are shopping or running some errands. No problems here weather-wise. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain Thursday, 35. Heavy rain on Friday, turning over to a brief period of snow. It's windy and it's cold as we head into Christmas. Temperatures will be in the teens and low 20s over the weekend. But we are dry, so if you're traveling on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, weather will be a little bit easier to travel. Temperatures in the low 20s on Monday. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. The Utica University.
I'm not going to be that energetic.
You're not, no. But we are on an alert for
Yes.
what's going to happen on Friday. And again, it's still early. Time to tweak these things the next couple of days, right?
And time to focus on things that we do know, or at least we have a lot of confidence in. And
Great
that
point.
is the big drop in temperature that we're expecting as we head into Friday afternoon. We have an alert date for this. Could be talking about some gusty winds, some heavy rain, and that temperature drop could lead to a widespread and potentially significant flash freeze as we head into Friday afternoon as temperatures go from the 40s to the 20s and teens as rain turns briefly over to snow that could create widespread icy conditions across the region, obviously having a very high impact on travel. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet this evening. Our current temperature is 26 degrees and it stays quiet and dry as we head into tonight under mostly cloudy skies, a low of 17. Nice day tomorrow before all of this weather starts to arrive. Get a look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, firefighters in Deans.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The weather is looking pretty quiet across the region. We will hold on to dry weather tonight and tomorrow. So if you're running errands, the weather looks fine and traveling will be pretty easy. It's also the winter solstice tomorrow. This is the shortest daylight of the year. 8 hours, 59 minutes of daylight. Sunrise is 7:29, sunset 4:28. The days will be getting longer and brighter going forward. All right, let's talk about this system heading into the area Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A high impact here, and I'm most concerned about what happens Friday afternoon. A significant drop in the temperature. We go from low 40s to upper teens in about 3 to 4 hours, and something like that would cause major problems here in terms of icy roads. This would be a significant flash freeze. In addition to the temperature drop, a lot of rain is going to be happening during this time, switching over to snow, so there's not going to be any break in this precipitation. Again, big concerns here with that. Slippery roadways Friday afternoon, Friday evening. The good news is that once we clear Friday night, it's going to be cold. We'll have wind, but traveling conditions should get better once the roads get treated. In addition to that, we do have some wind to talk about as well, as along with some rainfall. Let's take a look at the swings in temperature here tomorrow. We're in the 30s as well as Thursday. 49 for the high on Friday before it gets much colder here to start the weekend. It's dry in the short term and the clouds hang tough. Temperatures climb into the upper 20s to low 30s as we head into tomorrow afternoon. The weather remains dry tomorrow night, but I want to show you what happens on Thursday. The morning is dry. In the afternoon, snow turns over to rain, and that transition could also entail some sleet and freezing rain. So some slippery roadways are possible Thursday. I think this is going to be limited, but not off the table. Most of this does turn over to rain as warmer air works in as you get into Thursday night. And rainfall totals by Friday before this cold air arrives, we're in the order of about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall accumulation. So Pontiac roadways could turn very icy here as we head into Friday as temperatures take the plunge. Mostly cloudy tonight, 17 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, temperatures in the low 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, the alert day for Friday, that big drop in temperature. It's windy and cold as we head into the weekend. Looking dry Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Traveling those days should be fine. And we're into the upper 20s to low 30s by Monday and Tuesday. So again, pretty tough setup where roads could be very icy with very little snowfall accumulation.
And little time to adjust.
Right.
Like that.
Things can change very quickly Friday afternoon.
All right, good to know. Now, Bill and I watched Jeopardy tonight because at 5 and 6 meteorologist Bill Curtis, and yeah, we are tracking an alert day for Friday.
Yes.
Now's the time to be ready.
Yeah, there are things that you want to do in advance of this. I would say the first one is shovel your roof if you have more than a foot of snow on it. We're looking at a heavy rainfall, could make things pretty heavy, and there's no harm in taking care of this in advance.
Yeah.
The other things that we're watching, wind and also a flash freeze. And we're going to talk more about that coming up. In fact, I would say the bigger concern, even beyond the rain, which we're going to get about 1 to 2 inches of rain, is that flash freeze. The conditions are there where we could be seeing temperatures in the 40s early Friday afternoon, dropping into the teens in 3 to 4 hours, which is incredible. That could lead to widespread icy conditions, and it happens so fast. I think there's a pretty big concern here that a lot of roadways could be icy Friday afternoon. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are quiet across the area. Current temperature is 25 degrees. Tonight we'll drop down into the upper teens under mostly cloudy skies. The weather looks nice tomorrow if you're heading out, running some errands, heading off to work or school. But again, the weather will be changing later this week. A look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, firefighters in Deansboro had their
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look outside. This is our CAV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. It is quiet out there this evening. The winter solstice is tomorrow, the shortest daylight of the year, the lowest sun angle. 8 hours and 59 minutes of daylight tomorrow. Our sunrise is 7:29. Our sunset is 4:28. Going forward, the days will start to get longer as we make our slow march towards spring. But it's going to be a slow one here. Let's take a look at the weather that we have in front of us. Again, tomorrow looks nice. Things start to change as we get into Thursday. Some cold rain arrives later in the day. Bigger concern is what happens Friday. It's an alert day. We're talking about some wind, rain, and the biggest concern, a flash freeze Friday afternoon as temperatures go from the 40s to the teens in just a couple of hours. Rain turns to snow. We think it could potentially be a mess, and it's expected to be widespread. It's not going to affect just one area. And what it's going to do is it's going to turn any standing water to ice. So untreated surfaces could turn slippery. And I think the concern here is that there's just really not going to be a lot of time for folks to make preparations for this. You're going to have to throw down some salt or sand on the driveway in advance of the cool down. It's going to be cold as we head into the weekend too. Let's look at the temperature trend in the 30s tomorrow and Thursday, and then 49 on Friday. That happens early before much colder air works in. We're into the teens looking ahead to Saturday. Until this weather system gets here, it's pretty quiet. We're cloudy tonight. We're down into the teens. It's partly sunny tomorrow. Clouds giving way to sunshine. Actually should be pretty nice Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures in the low 30s. The weather looks dry heading into Wednesday night. Thursday looks dry to start. Cloudy skies. Temperatures in the low 20s. Widespread rain is expected as we get into Thursday. It looks to start out as snow initially, and it could be a little bit slippery, especially north and east of Utica, as that warmer air eventually works in. Heavy rain is possible Thursday night into Friday. Early calls here look to be about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. This is region-wide. But again, rain quickly turns over to a brief period of snow Friday afternoon. As temperatures fall below freezing, a lot of that rain will turn to ice. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, 17 for the low. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, beautiful day. No problems traveling tomorrow, high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. For folks traveling Thursday, I think that's a travel-worthy day. A lot of this wind and this rain and the poor traveling conditions look to be confined to Friday. We are dry, it's windy and cold Saturday, and if you are traveling locally Saturday or Sunday, again, that's fine. It's Friday that's the big concern here, again, for that flash freeze.
All right, so you'll have much more updated information tomorrow. The closer we get, the more we can fine-tune.
We're going to try and fine-tune exactly when that's going to happen.
All right, thanks, Bill. Now, at 5 and 6, we told you